Hi folks, and welcome back to another Travels Red Rover. I'm Shawn.
And I'm Corinne.
And where are we this afternoon, Corinne?
Today we're at Spearfish Falls. We've come back in the evening because it was getting too bright and sunny this morning to do any further photography of the waterfalls. And in fact, we've gotten some cloud cover this evening, so that's even better for our waterfalls.
It should be perfect down there. We're on our way down to Spearfish Falls, and we've already been down there once today, and it's absolutely beautiful. So we're hoping we'll get some lovely photographs.
Well, we're down at the lower part of Spearfish Falls. What a gorgeous waterfall. And there's these lovely birch trees framing the waterfall, and down in front, a pool. And looking overhead, I have some more birch trees arching over. So it makes just a lovely frame for these waterfalls. I've got my camera set up here. Right now, what I'm doing is composing my picture so that I include the waterfall. I've got the waterfall as well as a little bit of that bend in the creek as it comes down from the pool. It looks pretty bright on my video camera, but it's got a really nice exposure with our overcast cloud conditions here. So it should come out quite nice. So we've got the waterfall, it's a pretty obvious shot, but then there's also this stream coming down from it. And if you look just down here, we've got a lovely set of little rapids after the stream. So it's been nice to try and capture not just the waterfall, but angle our photo so that we can capture this little pool with the cascades. So I've got my camera set up in a portrait orientation now, and you can see on the lower right the little cascade that's going on below the waterfall. The settings have been pretty straightforward. ISO 100, f11, and I'm on aperture priority. I've used the polarizer to reduce the glare on the water and also to bring out the vividness of the greenery around the waterfall.
Hi folks, so we walked down to Spearfish Falls. It's over here behind me, and I'll show you a picture of that in a moment. It's a very straightforward shot. We're on a little platform. The platform really brings you right up to the edge of the falls, and it's really a case of deciding on what you want in your composition for the shot. So for this shot, I've set the composition up with a portrait orientation. I'm focusing, I love these little water coming out the bottom of the waterfall right here is a leading line down in that direction and then back up into the falls. I'm shooting the falls with no sky. As you can see here on the composition that I have, there's no sky in there. And of course the camera shuts off as soon as I start filming. And then I've set the polarizer on to keep that area right in the middle there. There's an awful lot of glare right in there, and I'm darkening that up with the polarizer. It's doing a beautiful job. And I'm shooting this shot with about 0.8 of a second of shutter speed. I'm at about f13. It's not really a hard shot to get completely in focus from front to back, because this area right here is actually not that far from that area back there. So I'm compressing it a little bit, but not a whole lot. So the shot should be pleasantly in focus from back to front, although I am focusing in this area right here when I do focus. So it's a pretty straightforward shot, very typical waterfall shot. Some beautiful foliage on both this side of the shot and on this side of the shot. And of course, this whole area here is just lovely. So should be good and very straightforward.
We're working tonight with Craig and Shelley Niesen. Craig also has a YouTube channel, and we'll leave a link to it down in the description below. He's out of the Missouri area, so we've met him here in South Dakota for a few days of photography.
And then some silliness ensued.
Okay, Shelley, you're on camera.
So I totally screwed up with the sound in trying to capture Shelley's explanation. So I elected to just get through this piece really quickly. And the one thing that landscape photographers all have in common is that they're absolutely terrible at taking pictures of themselves. The four of us just had a blast shooting together over those 4 or 5 days, and if you ever get a chance to shoot with Craig and Shelley, I highly recommend it. And now back to our previously scheduled show.
So one of the things that Corinne and I love to do is when we get a big field of flowers or some interesting shapes, either really straight birch trees or something like that, is that we love to have some fun with intentional camera movement. In which case we set our cameras up such we have a fairly long camera shutter speed, so something in the neighborhood of 1.5 to 2 seconds. And then what we do is, as we take the photograph, we intentionally move the camera either up, down, sometimes we move it around, sometimes we use sort of a, if you can picture it, a snail kind of image, so we move it around like that. And we do this mostly for fun, but sometimes it actually creates a really, really attractive photograph. What makes this particular little stand of flowers behind us very attractive for intentional camera movement is essentially there's really only 2 colors, the purple flowers and then the green grass. We find, or at least it's been our experience, that if you get too many colors into the photograph, it can be a little complicated and streaky, where if you have just 2 nice basic complementary colors, we think the photographs often look a little nicer. Well folks, we sure hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, we sure hope you'll give us a thumbs up.
And if you'd like to see more of our videos, we'd be really pleased if you would subscribe.
And as always, if you want to know when we release a video, hit that bell button down below.
And we love to hear from you, so if you have questions or comments, or you've been to this area and want to give us some of your experiences, please put it in the comment section below.
And until next time, bye for now.
Bye for now.